Alright, what the heck is going on here? Konami is a big company that produces several video games as well as the Yu-Gi-Oh! Trading card game. Because of this, they'll occasionally leverage that brand synergy for some collaborations. And while there are a handful examples in the Yu-Gi-Oh! Trading card game, I feel there hasn't been too much recently. That is, until we were given some of the Power Pro's promo cards. This is a long-running video game series by Konami focused around baseball with a distinct chibi style. I actually mentioned it briefly in one of my first videos on the channel, but the point is that back in 2022 and 2023, as a way to promote both the current Power Pros video game and the Yu-Gi-Oh! TCG, a promo set containing 2 cards was released. In the first wave, there was Dark Magician and Power Pro Lady Sisters. While they might not seem like anything special, I think they're kinda cool. The Dark Magician is the same level 7 spellcaster that we know and love, but it has unique artwork depicting the ultimate wizard in terms of attack and defense in the signature chibi style of the video games. However, the second card is something completely new. Sure, it is meant to be a reference to the card Harpy Lady Sisters, but it has a different name and is a normal monster rather than an effect monster. We can see 3 characters from the video games dressed as the Harpy Lady Sisters, and there is also one of the little baseball dudes being held by the foremost one. The flavor text really just describes the characters, telling us that their names are Aoi Hayakawa, Mizuki Tachibana, and Hijiri Rukudo. So looking at their video game counterparts, they look so different. I mean, I already said the video games were all in this style, but from this artwork I thought that they made some mobile game to lean into the idol craze, and that had them represented this way. But no, for the purpose of this card, they literally went and took the little Beanie Baby looking characters and stretched them out into anime women. I mean, it's probably more of a Pokemon kind of situation, where they look like this in the overworld but canonically have more human proportions. Anyway, this is a pretty cute collaboration, but a year later there would be yet another, and these 2 cards follow the same ideology of the last ones, where one card is an alternate art variant of a pre-existing one, and the other is a completely new card. The first is reinforcement of the army, and rather than having a bunch of warrior monsters, it has a whole team of baseball players. This is such a cool idea, and I think it would be cooler if we ended up getting even more variants of this card. It's a classic staple for warrior decks, and while I love the original look, imagine if different archetypes could all get their own artwork, but at the very least you can still be thematic with this one by using it to search out Ultimate Baseball Kid, which is a warrior. The second card in this set is Power Pro Knight Sisters. Yet another normal monster, this one meant to reference the Noble Knight brothers. Again, it features characters from the video games in this brand new kind of look. Though there wasn't another round of cards for the current year, the 4 that ended up being printed are kinda neat. These are technically legal cards in the OCG. There's nothing printed on the bottom that says they can't be used in a duel, and even though we never got them in the TCG, they are available in both Duel Links and Master Duel, which is a good way to allow players around the world to have them in some capacity. I don't think we'll ever see them in paper for the TCG, but I will say that this is a good way of going about collaboration cards. If they are going to see some limited releases, then being normal monsters that are mostly meant to be collectibles rather than something relevant is the best way to go about it. Though I have seen some Magic-y decks that use Power Pro Sisters. Someday it might be neat to get even more crossovers in Yu-Gi-Oh, but I understand why Konami really only does it with a property that they own once in a great while. Out of any other card game, Yu-Gi-Oh is one of the most diverse when it comes to themes and concepts for their deck types. There genuinely is something for everyone. The crossover stuff that Magic the Gathering does is kinda cool, but I think at times it can be a bit weird. I much prefer Yu-Gi-Oh, which can incorporate multiple ideas and references into a single archetype. And not to mention, it's amazing how even the cards themselves can begin to craft a story over the course of several expansions. The point is that the Power Pros cards were a fun idea, and I'm glad they happened, but I'm also fine with these being some of the few times other franchises have crossed over into Yu-Gi-Oh. If anything, that makes them even more special. So let me know what you think in the comments below. Which of these is your favorite, and have you ever gotten into the Power Pros series? Maybe I should at least check it out a bit. I know there's something on the Switch eShop for like $1. Oh, also maybe at some point I can also talk about the other Konami properties that have snuck their way into Yu-Gi-Oh. Let me know if you think I should. Anyway, this is Gatorex, thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you all later.